Have you ever found yourself trapped in a whirlwind of thoughts, unable to escape the constant noise in your head? Overthinking can feel like an unwelcome guest that overstays its welcome, disrupting your peace of mind and clouding your judgment. It's that nagging voice that tells you to second-guess every decision, from the trivial to the monumental. This battle with overthinking can weigh heavily on your mental well-being, leading to stress and anxiety that sap your energy and enthusiasm for life. You might find yourself replaying past conversations, worrying about future outcomes, or getting lost in hypothetical scenarios that never come to pass. This relentless cycle can make it feel impossible to focus on the present, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and exhausted. But what if I told you that there are ways to combat this struggle? By applying Stoic principles, we can learn to regain control over our thoughts, find clarity, and ultimately stop the cycle of overthinking. Let's explore these powerful tools together. Imagine standing on a majestic mountain, its peak touching the sky, while dark clouds drift slowly across the horizon. These clouds represent your overthinking, creeping in and casting shadows over your mental clarity. Just like the clouds, overthinking is an external force, an invader that disrupts your peace and clouds your judgment. Instead of letting these thoughts define you, visualize yourself as the mountain, stable and solid, unaffected by the transient clouds. Understand that just as clouds pass, so too can your thoughts. This perspective allows you to detach from those spiraling thoughts and observe them without judgment. Picture yourself sitting quietly, watching those clouds float by. You don't need to grasp onto every thought or worry that appears. You're merely a witness to the passing storm. This exercise is about creating space in your mind. When you feel the weight of overthinking, take a deep breath and imagine clearing the clouds, revealing the bright blue sky of mental clarity. Remember, you have the power to observe and not engage. Make this visualization a daily practice and reclaim your peace of mind. To effectively manage overthinking, we must first understand the power of detachment. Imagine standing on the shore of a vast ocean, where each wave represents a thought crashing against the rocks of your mind. Rather than allowing these waves to overwhelm you, visualize yourself as an observer, standing firm and watching as they roll in and out. This is the essence of detachment. It's about creating a space between you and your thoughts, enabling you to observe without judgment. Picture your thoughts as clouds drifting across a clear blue sky. They come and go, but they do not define the sky itself. By recognizing that thoughts are transient, you can reduce their power over you. As you practice this, remind yourself that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. This realization is crucial in combating the spiral of overthinking. Take a moment to breathe deeply, acknowledge a thought, and then let it float away like a leaf on a stream. This technique not only fosters mental clarity, but also cultivates a sense of peace, allowing you to engage with your thoughts more wisely. When you feel the urge to overthink, simply return to this exercise of observation and reclaim your mental space. Now, let's practice a simple yet powerful mental exercise to help you visualize overthinking as an external force. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Picture a serene mountain, standing tall and unyielding amidst a storm of swirling clouds. Each cloud represents a thought that troubles you, doubt, fear, worry. Instead of engaging with them, imagine yourself as the mountain, solid and unmoving. Allow the clouds to pass by without judgment. If a thought tries to linger, acknowledge it, but gently remind yourself that it's just a cloud, not your reality. When you're ready, visualize the clouds dispersing, revealing a clear blue sky. With each breath, feel a sense of calmness washing over you. Open your eyes, and as you return to your surroundings, carry this mental clarity with you. Remember, you are not your thoughts. Practice this exercise whenever you feel overwhelmed, and you'll gradually cultivate a sense of peace and detachment from overthinking. Overthinking can often feel like an uninvited guest that overstays its welcome, intruding on our peace of mind. In this fast-paced world, our minds are constantly bombarded with information, leading us to mentally juggle multiple thoughts at once. This mental multitasking can create a chaotic internal environment, making it difficult to focus on what truly matters. When we find ourselves lost in a web of thoughts, we risk missing out on the present moment, where life is actually happening. The Stoics teach us the importance of grounding ourselves in the now. By practicing mindfulness and being fully present, we can reclaim our mental clarity and reduce the noise of overthinking. It's essential to take a step back, breathe deeply, and observe our thoughts without judgment. This simple act of grounding ourselves helps anchor our minds, allowing us to navigate through life with greater ease and focus, rather than getting swept away by the currents of anxiety and uncertainty. Engaging in activities that require our full attention can significantly help in refocusing our energy. For instance, tidying up your living space not only creates a more organized environment, but also gives your mind a simple, tangible task to complete. This act can serve as a refreshing break from spiraling thoughts, allowing you to reset mentally. Alternatively, consider immersing yourself in a hobby you love, be it painting, gardening, or playing an instrument. These activities draw you into the present moment, shifting your focus away from the chaos of overthinking. Remember, the key is to find something that captivates you, something that allows time to fade away as you become absorbed in the task. When you notice your mind drifting back to those nagging thoughts, gently redirect it to the activity at hand. This practice not only enhances your concentration, but also fosters a sense of accomplishment and clarity. So, let's make a commitment to refocus our energy intentionally. As you go about your day, take a moment to become aware of your thoughts. When you find your mind wandering, gently acknowledge it without judgment. This is a normal part of being human. The key is to practice redirecting your focus back to the present moment. You might notice your thoughts drifting to past events or future worries. Instead of engaging with them, visualize them as clouds passing by. Let them float away. You can also use physical sensations as anchors. Notice your feet on the ground, the texture of an object in your hand, or the sounds around you. By grounding yourself in the here and now, you create a space where overthinking cannot thrive. This process takes practice, so be patient with yourself. Each time you bring your attention back to the present, you strengthen your ability to remain focused and calm. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Celebrate these moments of awareness as small victories in your journey toward a clearer mind. Imagine standing by a flowing river, watching the water glide effortlessly over stones, occasionally swirling around obstacles, yet always moving forward. This river symbolizes our thoughts, which, like the water, are in a constant state of flux. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that thoughts are not permanent fixtures. They are transient, just like the water in that river. By understanding the impermanence of our thoughts, we can begin to release our grip on those that weigh us down. When we overthink, we often cling to negative thoughts as if they were anchors, holding us back from experiencing the present. Recognizing that thoughts come and go allows us to let them pass without judgment, just as we would observe the river's flow. By visualizing our worries as leaves carried away by the current, we can practice the art of letting go. This perspective shift empowers us to focus on what is within our control, our reactions and responses, rather than the thoughts that drift in and out of our minds. As we embrace this concept of impermanence, we cultivate a sense of freedom, realizing that we are not defined by our thoughts, but rather by how we choose to engage with them. Incorporating daily practices for letting go of unhelpful thoughts can transform your mental landscape. Start by setting aside a few moments each day for reflection. This could be during your morning routine, or just before bed. Use this time to identify any lingering thoughts that weigh you down, recognizing them as temporary visitors rather than permanent fixtures. One effective technique is to write down your worries on a piece of paper and then physically tear it up or toss it away. This act symbolizes your intention to release those thoughts, reinforcing the idea that they do not define you. Additionally, practicing mindfulness meditation can be incredibly helpful. Spend 5 to 10 minutes focusing on your breath, allowing thoughts to come and go without judgment. Visualize your worries as clouds drifting in the sky. They may appear, but they will eventually pass. By embracing change and accepting that thoughts are fleeting, you cultivate a lighter, more resilient mindset. Remember, letting go is a skill that takes practice, so be patient with yourself as you learn to release what no longer serves you. Now, let's practice a visualization exercise to help you declutter your mind. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a tranquil river. This river represents your thoughts, flowing steadily and continuously. As you stand there, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, visualize letting go of any thoughts that weigh you down. Picture them as leaves gently floating down the river, carried away by the current. Each leaf represents a worry, a fear, or an unhelpful thought. Watch them drift further away from you, until they are just tiny specks on the horizon. Allow this moment to remind you that thoughts, just like leaves, can come and go. They do not define you. They are merely passing by. With each breath, you are creating space in your mind for clarity and peace. Embrace this feeling of lightness and freedom, knowing that you have the power to release what no longer serves you. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by your worries, trapped in a cycle of endless thoughts that seem to spiral out of control? Well, here's a solution: the concept of a worry period. This technique allows you to set aside a specific time each day solely for your worries. It's like creating a mental box where you can safely store all your concerns. By doing this, you're not ignoring your worries. Instead, you're acknowledging them and giving them a designated space. During this worry period, you can reflect on your thoughts, write them down, or even talk through them. The key is to limit this time. Once the period is over, you close that box and return to the present moment, freeing yourself from the grip of anxiety throughout the rest of your day. This practice not only helps you compartmentalize your worries, but also empowers you to regain control over your mind and your life. Imagine how liberating it would be to know you have a set time to worry, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Setting aside a specific time for your worries can be a transformative practice. This worry period helps create a mental boundary, allowing you to compartmentalize your concerns. To make the most of this time, first, choose a consistent time each day, ideally when you can be alone and undisturbed. During this period, jot down your worries or thoughts that have been nagging you throughout the day. Instead of letting them consume your mind at random moments, you're giving them a designated space. Focus on one worry at a time. Ask yourself, what can I do about this right now? If the answer is nothing, acknowledge it, then set it aside. Use this time also to reflect on solutions or actions you can take, no matter how small. This way, you train your mind to recognize that while worries are a part of life, they don't have to dominate your thoughts. You'll notice that by having a structured worry period, you regain control over your daily mental space, reducing anxiety and allowing for clearer, more focused thinking throughout the rest of your day. The benefits of creating a worry period extend beyond just managing our thoughts. It empowers us to take control of our mental landscape. By designating a specific time to address our concerns, we prevent them from spilling over into our daily lives. During this period, focus on your worries without judgment. Write them down, voice them out, or even meditate on them. This practice allows you to confront your thoughts head-on, making them feel less daunting. Over time, you'll find that many of these worries lose their power, becoming mere whispers rather than loud distractions. Moreover, setting aside this time helps you cultivate a sense of discipline and structure in your day. You'll start to notice how much more space you have for joy and creativity when worries are contained. Ultimately, this technique fosters resilience, allowing you to face challenges with a clearer mind and a lighter heart, transforming worry into an opportunity for growth and clarity. Overthinking can often feel like a heavy weight on our shoulders, an overwhelming cloud that obscures our clarity and focus. To combat this, we can draw upon the wisdom of the Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, who emphasized the importance of breaking down our worries into manageable pieces. Instead of allowing a single daunting thought to consume us, we can transform it into actionable steps. Imagine your worry as a mountain looming above you. Rather than focusing on the height of that mountain, think about the first step you need to take to begin your ascent. This shift in perspective allows us to reclaim our power and momentum. By identifying that next small action, we can prevent ourselves from becoming paralyzed by anxiety. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and in embracing this principle, we can gradually dismantle the overwhelming nature of our thoughts. To effectively break down overwhelming thoughts, start by identifying your primary concern. Ask yourself, what is the one thing that is weighing most heavily on my mind right now? Once you have that, simplify it into smaller, manageable components. For example, if you're worried about an upcoming presentation, break it down into specific tasks. Researching your topic, creating slides, and practicing your delivery. Next, prioritize these tasks by determining which one needs your immediate attention. This not only makes the worry feel less daunting, but it also gives you a clear action plan. Remember, the key is to focus on the next step, not the entire journey. Embrace the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who taught us that we are not disturbed by events, but by our perceptions of them. By taking actionable steps, you regain a sense of control and direction, which can significantly reduce feelings of overwhelm. So take a moment, reflect on your worries, and break them down into actionable steps today. As you practice breaking down overwhelming thoughts, remember that every small action you take contributes to your overall progress. Start by identifying one manageable task that can move you forward. It could be as simple as sending that email you've been putting off or organizing your workspace. Focus on the process, not the end result. This shift in perspective allows you to appreciate the effort you're putting in, rather than getting lost in what you perceive as failures. Challenge yourself to take these small steps daily, and soon you'll notice how they accumulate into significant progress. Keep a journal to track these actions and reflect on how they make you feel. Celebrate each small victory, as this reinforces your ability to overcome challenges. Over time, you'll build a sense of momentum that can counteract the paralysis of overthinking. Remember, action breeds confidence, and with every step, you reclaim your power from the overwhelming tide of thoughts. Let's embrace this journey together, one step at a time. Shifting our focus from lack to abundance is a powerful antidote to overthinking. Often we become trapped in a cycle of negative thoughts, fixating on what we don't have or what's going wrong in our lives. This mindset not only clouds our judgment, but also drains our energy and motivation. Instead, when we cultivate an attitude of gratitude, we begin to see the world through a different lens. Research shows that practicing gratitude can lead to increased happiness, better mental health, and even improved physical well-being. It allows us to appreciate the small victories and the simple joys that often go unnoticed. By acknowledging what we have rather than what we lack, we create a buffer against the noise of overthinking. Remember, gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling. It's an intentional practice that can transform our mindset. Let's explore some simple ways to incorporate gratitude into our daily routines, creating a positive ripple effect in our lives. To cultivate gratitude daily, start by implementing simple yet powerful practices. One effective method is maintaining a gratitude journal. Each evening, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you are grateful for that day. They can be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a smile from a stranger, or a moment of laughter with a friend. This practice trains your mind to focus on positivity instead of dwelling on what is lacking. Another exercise is to express appreciation verbally or through messages to those around you. Letting someone know how much they mean to you not only uplifts them, but also reinforces your own sense of gratitude. Additionally, consider setting reminders on your phone to pause and reflect on what you appreciate in your life. These small yet impactful rituals can transform your mindset and help you recognize the abundance surrounding you, ultimately reducing the grip of overthinking and enhancing your mental well-being. The benefits of practicing gratitude extend far beyond fleeting moments of happiness. They can transform our overall mental health and well-being. Research shows that individuals who regularly engage in gratitude exercises report higher levels of positive emotions, increased life satisfaction, and reduced symptoms of depression. By focusing on what we appreciate in our lives, we create a buffer against negativity and stress. This shift in perspective fosters resilience, helping us navigate life's challenges with a more optimistic outlook. Moreover, gratitude not only enhances our emotional well-being, but also strengthens our relationships. When we express appreciation to others, we cultivate deeper connections and foster a sense of community. This interconnectedness further enhances our sense of belonging and support, which is crucial for mental health. Ultimately, integrating gratitude into our daily routine is a powerful tool that can lead to lasting changes in how we experience life, making it richer and more fulfilling. Overthinking often spirals from our fixation on outcomes, creating an internal pressure that makes us anxious and hesitant. This obsession can paralyze us, leaving us stuck in a loop of self-doubt and fear of failure. The Stoics teach us that we cannot control the results of our actions, but we can control the effort we put forth. By shifting our focus away from what we cannot influence, we can liberate ourselves from the chains of overthinking. Instead of fixating on the end result, let's concentrate on the process, the actions we take, the skills we develop, and the lessons we learn along the way. When we prioritize effort over outcome, we begin to appreciate our journey, regardless of where it leads. This mindset not only reduces anxiety, but also fosters resilience. Remember, it's about showing up, putting in the work, and recognizing that every effort counts, regardless of the final result. Embrace the process, and watch how it transforms your relationship with your thoughts and fears. To shift your focus from outcomes to the effort you put in, begin by identifying your core values. What truly matters to you? Once you establish this foundation, reframe your mindset during tasks. Instead of fixating on the end result, concentrate on the steps you're taking and the growth you're experiencing. For instance, when working on a project, recognize the skills you are developing or the knowledge you are gaining along the way. Celebrate small victories, like completing a difficult task or learning something new. This helps to reinforce the idea that your worth isn't tied to success or failure, but rather to your dedication and perseverance. Keep a journal to note your efforts and reflect on your progress regularly. This practice will help you appreciate the journey, making the process itself rewarding. Remember, the more you emphasize effort over results, the more you cultivate resilience and confidence, reducing the grip of overthinking in your life. It's essential to celebrate your efforts and progress, regardless of the outcomes. In the pursuit of our goals, we often fixate on the final destination, which can lead to disappointment when results don't match our expectations. Instead, recognize that every step you take is a building block toward your aspirations. Celebrate the small wins, whether it's a completed task, a moment of courage, or simply showing up for yourself. This practice not only boosts your motivation, but also reinforces the value of your hard work. Acknowledge the time you invested, the challenges you overcame, and the lessons learned along the way. By shifting your focus from the end results to the effort, you foster a growth mindset, creating a healthier relationship with your goals. Remember, progress is a journey, not a race. Embrace every stride you make, and let that fuel your passion and resilience. Each effort counts, and recognizing this can profoundly impact your mental well-being and self-esteem. Welcome to the concept of voluntary discomfort, a powerful tool for building resilience against overthinking. Imagine for a moment that every time you feel the urge to dwell on your thoughts, you instead choose to embrace a little discomfort. This practice isn't about seeking pain. It's about stepping outside your comfort zone to foster growth. Think about small challenges you can take on, like taking a cold shower, waking up earlier, or even engaging in a difficult conversation. Each time you choose discomfort, you train your mind to cope with challenges and uncertainties more effectively. By doing so, you not only diminish the power of overthinking, but also enhance your ability to tackle life's difficulties head-on. As you embrace voluntary discomfort, you'll discover that your mind becomes sharper, your resilience grows, and your capacity to navigate through life's complexities improves significantly. So let's challenge ourselves to step out of that cozy bubble and grow stronger together. Stepping out of your comfort zone can feel daunting, but it's essential for personal growth. Start small by challenging yourself to do something slightly uncomfortable each day. This might be as simple as initiating a conversation with a stranger, taking a different route to work, or trying a new hobby that intimidates you. Each of these actions can be seen as a mini experiment in resilience. By intentionally placing yourself in situations that make you feel uneasy, you're training your mind to adapt and overcome discomfort. Remember, discomfort is temporary, but the confidence and skills you gain can last a lifetime. Consider signing up for a class that pushes your limits, or even committing to a physical challenge, like a cold shower or a short run, if that's outside your norm. Embrace these experiences, for they are the stepping stones to a stronger and more adaptable self. Ultimately, it's through facing discomfort that we learn to manage our thoughts and prevent the cycle of overthinking from taking hold. Embracing discomfort is not just about enduring tough times. It's a transformative journey that shapes our mental resilience. When we step outside our comfort zones, we encounter challenges that teach us valuable lessons. For instance, consider committing to a cold shower each morning. This simple act not only invigorates your body, but also strengthens your willpower. Or perhaps you might try speaking in public, even if it terrifies you. Each time you face these fears, you chip away at the mental barriers that overthinking builds. Remember, it's in these moments of voluntary discomfort that we discover our true capabilities. We learn that discomfort is temporary, but the strength we gain lasts a lifetime. So, take that first step today. Challenge yourself to embrace the uncomfortable and watch as you grow. This practice not only enhances your resilience against overthinking, but also equips you with the tools to tackle life's uncertainties with confidence. When battling overthinking, one of the most powerful tools at our disposal is the wisdom of others. Seeking external perspectives can provide clarity and insight that we often overlook during our own mental struggles. Just like how the sun shines through the clouds, the guidance of trusted friends or mentors can illuminate our path. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Many people experience similar challenges. By opening up and sharing your worries, you invite valuable feedback that can help ground your thoughts. Ask yourself, who in your life has a calm and thoughtful approach? Reach out to them. It could be a close friend, a family member, or even a mentor. Engaging in these conversations not only alleviates the burden of overthinking, but also strengthens your connections. The act of sharing your burdens fosters community and reminds us that we all have the capacity to support one another. So let's embrace this opportunity for growth and connection. Finding trusted friends or mentors to discuss your worries can be a transformative step in managing overthinking. Start by identifying individuals in your life who you feel comfortable with and who exhibit wisdom and empathy. This might be a close friend, a family member, or even a colleague who has a knack for providing perspective. When you reach out, be open and honest about your feelings. You might say something like, "I've been feeling overwhelmed lately, and could use someone to talk to." This simple act of sharing can lighten your mental load significantly. Additionally, consider joining community groups or online forums that align with your interests, where you can find like-minded individuals willing to share their own experiences. Remember, sharing your burdens not only helps you but also strengthens your connections, fostering a supportive environment where everyone can thrive together. The act of seeking wisdom from others is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it's a powerful tool for growth and resilience against overthinking. In our journey to overcome overthinking, seeking wisdom from others is paramount. Engaging with trusted friends or mentors can provide us with fresh perspectives that break the cycle of repetitive thoughts. When we share our worries, we not only lighten our mental load, but also gain insights that we may not have considered. It's essential to create a supportive community around us, one where we feel safe to express our vulnerabilities. This connection can remind us that we're not alone in our struggles. So actively seek out those who inspire you or who have faced similar challenges. Whether it's a casual chat or a deeper discussion, these interactions can serve as a powerful tool against the grip of overthinking. Remember, Opening up is a strength, not a weakness, and sharing our burdens can lead to collective healing and growth. Let's build a network where we can lean on each other, fostering resilience and understanding in our shared human experience. As we wrap up our exploration of Stoic strategies to combat overthinking, let's take a moment to reflect on the key insights we've shared today. Remember, overcoming the cycle of overthinking requires practice and patience. Each technique, from visualizing overthinking as an external force to embracing voluntary discomfort, offers a pathway to greater mental clarity and resilience. Which of these strategies resonated most with you? I encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Engaging with our community can provide additional support and perspective, turning our individual journeys into collective growth. So whether it's creating a worry period or focusing on gratitude, let's take these lessons to heart and apply them in our lives. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to hearing your stories of progress and insight. Together, we can navigate the complexities of our minds and emerge stronger.